All right, guys, welcome to our Monday live. Um, Today, we are talking about potential immigration changes, UCIS. But we're here every Monday at 5 p.m. We're giving you an update on immigration. We're taking your questions. We are here to support you guys with all this anxiety that's going through. And as always, let us know where you're from, where you're joining in. Today, we'll talk about a little bit. UCIS is warning of job cuts, freezing some services that will happen in the next few months. And so people are worried what's going to happen to their case. It's already being a backlog. Um, and welcome, guys. Welcome our TikTok friends. We've got people here on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So let me know where you're from. As always, we got Alex here, and Corey, and Abby, and Prince has joined, and we have Merciful from Florida, Anita from Iowa, and it's been a crazy week as always. Every week is crazy in immigration. We had more people getting detained. We have quite a few Supreme Court decisions trying to stop deportations from a lot of people. We've got a lot of more students that are getting their visas revoked. And I made a whole video about this on our YouTube channel. We talked about the live stream. But if you are students watching, got people watching from New Jersey, from the Philippines, from Ghana. We had a lot of students last week. They joined our live stream and on TikTok as well. So if you're here and you have a visa revoked, we are helping a lot of our students get reinstated. We're also suing the government with special temporary restraining orders to get the students reinstated to their service. So if you're here and your visa is being revoked, let us know, because we are looking for more students to join our litigation. We might do even a class action here. Working on this week to see how many students we have to be able to join our TRO to force the government to reinstate these students back in status. So we'll talk about that as well. But if you are a student that you were your service was revoked, I'd love to get you on the live so you can also share your experience with us with immigration. Anybody wants to share their experience with immigration, where you were detained, whether your visa was revoked, whether you were harassed at the airport, I want to get you on the live today to share your story. So if you're watching this on TikTok, you can request to join on the video. And if you're watching this on YouTube, you can join the live. I posted the link in the comments. So let's start with the questions. We have a lot of people here, and we need to go through as many questions as we can. Even though I'm here every week, some people need to get their answers ASAP. So Disha is asking, my family's EB-5 application were approved, but my son's case is still pending with no updates. Status was recently terminated. Could this delay a problem? Absolutely. So is your son on a student visa, I assume? So absolutely, it could delay the process, because if he was terminated, it flags the government that now he's out of status. So we need to take care of that as well. I got my citizenship. This is from James. I got my citizenship for my father. Can I apply for derivative citizenship for my kids? It depends. It depends on when your father lived in the U.S. If he satisfied the requirements of residency, it's a kind of a complicated calculation, but it's possible. Depends on when he lived. You need to we need to assess that. If you want us to help you with that, we can certainly do that. All right, let's put that back in here. Let the live show begin. So let's take a few more from Instagram directly. Actually, we're not live on Instagram yet, but we are now live on Instagram. It was my fault that we're not live on Instagram, but now we're live. I didn't activate Instagram live, but now we're live. All right. My visa got revoked. We've got a shock. My visa got revoked. I have no cases filed in court. I missed court date that was arrested. My case was dismissed. What are my options? So you have no cases filed in court. Your visa got revoked. Is this student visa you're talking about? Join the live. I'd love to ask you some questions. If you want to come on the video, let's get the discussion going. All right, guys, let's see. TikTok friends, case closed, my asylum application. What does it mean? Well, what it means is that right now the government, it's a good question actually. Right now the government is closing asylum cases. They're closing asylum cases automatically. If they think that you don't have a good asylum case, they'll close it even without a hearing. This is happening recently. So it looks like this happened to you. And again, if you want to join the live, I'd love to ask you some questions about it. You can just join the request the live on TikTok. And also, if you're watching this, we have a challenge right now. The hearts clouds. Let's get the challenge right now. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got Asif. Asif is asking EB3 priority date March 2023. Other country, any update for June visa bulletin? Priority date March 2023. We're gonna see a little bit of movement in EB3. We saw a little bit right now, but I think we're gonna see a little bit more moving forward. So yeah, I think it's gonna happen. So let me put the link here. If you guys want to join, a bunch of you are interested in joining. So we will take more questions here. All right, let's see. We've got a lot of people on Instagram right now who have questions. Challenger, my AB5 is pending. Can I renew my driving license? What if I go back to school, get a new I-20? No, you can't. If you have 45, you cannot have a student visa. But, oh, thanks, Mars. Appreciate it. Don't forget, Mars is the first to hit those hearts. Appreciate you very much. So you have EB5 pending. You have an adjustment. That should be your status. You cannot have two statuses at the same time. Is it safe to travel by plane? This is Kathy. Kathy, I just posted a video on TikTok that says that it will not be safe after probably sometime beginning of May, because they're going to be starting to train the TSA officers to potentially look at people's visa status. That's what we heard recently. I don't know how much truth there is to it, but if that happens, it's not going to be a good thing. You think DACA recipient can be deported even if she has a clean record? I don't think that. I think you should be fine. If you have DACA, I don't think you should be. I mean, unless you commit a criminal thing, I don't think so. Traveled with the green card for 6 months, went back for a month, came back now first time. I wouldn't do it as often as you're doing this, because the more you leave on the green card, the more it's going to create a suspicion on their side. All right, guys. On L1 visa, this is Andy. On L1 visa, filed 601, vaccine waiver in December. What do you think is realistic processing time? We are based in the US. The vaccine waivers are gone right now. You don't need that waiver anymore. So you need to, update yourself on that situation, but there's no need for a vaccine waiver anymore. Okay, just so you know. Let's see. We have who's waiting to join video. We'll join in a second. Anybody else who wants to join in video, make sure you join. We have a lot of questions people are asking. Don't be shy. And also on TikTok, guys, you are requested to, if you want to join the video queue, join the video queue, and I'll take your questions on video whenever you are ready. Before we take on, let me take another question here. I've overstayed my visa. This is from EB. I've overstayed my visa for 3 years. I married a US citizen. Can I do an adjustment of status? Absolutely. You can definitely do an adjustment of status. Like I said, even if you overstayed your visa, if you married a US citizen, you can do an adjustment of status. Shalene is asking, can you help clients in Minnesota? Yeah, absolutely. I can help clients in all 50 states. You guys always ask me that question. I can. And together with that question, I will also let you know that if you're watching this right now, there is a phone number on the screen. You can use that number. We always do this during the lives. I allow you to send me a text. And if you do this during the live, you can be a priority for consultation. So use that number on the screen. If you're watching this on TikTok, The number is in my bio. Just go to my bio, screenshot that number, and send me a text from the live. And you, EB, you overstayed, Miss Kamara. If you need help, just use the number in my bio. Send me a text. Say, "Hey, I saw you in the live. I want priority for a consultation." And that's really what happens on these lives, because I give you priority because you're watching the lives, you're taking the time. So take advantage. Just send me text right now. I see all the texts. We see them through our system while we're on the live, and anybody who is doing this will be prioritized for consultation. So yeah, you can do this. Now, what happens right now if you overstay? They will question you more at the interview, but they can't deny you. And this happened to me literally a few days ago in a green card interview, where the officer was questioning the client, um, and that was not cool, because I said, "Listen, you're not, the law says the law is the law, right?" Right. Before I take you, I think Jeanette is here before you. Oh, Jeanette, come back, because I was going to get you on here, um, but we'll get a shock first, and then actually no, let's take Jeanette. Jeanette, you're first, and then a shock, and then Jeanette, where are you from? What is your question?
Hi. Hi, I'm from Houston, Texas,
Okay,
and I have a question for you.
all right,
So, my daughter is a US citizen. She will be 21 in October.
okay,
We have both me and my husband have DACA, and
okay,
we already did advance parole in
perfect.
December.
Okay.
When we're ready to send in our paperwork, will we need a co-sponsor?
So whether you need a co-sponsor depends on your taxes. Me
Mhm.
or any other immigration attorney will have to look at your taxes, her taxes, your daughter's taxes. If
Well,
she
she's
make
she's a college student, so
so
she has no
so
income.
so you need a co-sponsor. Yes.
Even if me and my husband have the 40 working Social Security credits.
So again, because you guys have legal work permits and
Uh
you're
huh.
working legally, we might be able to use your income as well. But it's really, like I said, to answer this question, we have to look at your documents. That's really
Yes.
the answer. We
Yes.
look at your documents, and if it works, we'll take care of it. If it doesn't, we'll get you. You have to get a co-sponsor. So
Okay.
just use the number on the screen, Jeanette. I'll help you.
Okay. Thank you so much. I've been wanting to talk to you, so I will make sure to text you and give you a call. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. So remember, guys, for us to determine if somebody qualifies income-wise, if you're applying for a green card, we have to look. First of all, I look at the sponsor's taxes. So give you an example. Right now, I'm doing a case for a marriage case, and the the husband, he's self-employed, so he's not able to show me the income. Right? He deducts a lot. Right? So he got me a co-sponsor. The co-sponsor is also self-employed, and but he also gets a W-2. He is a employee of his own company. So I was able to use the W-2 to qualify. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Shabak. Appreciate it. Got a lot of our loyal followers who come here every Monday. I appreciate you guys, and don't forget our challenge, our um, Ashdor. Thank you so much. So that's what it is. We're looking at the challenge. So let's get a shock, and then and then if you guys on TikTok, thanks, Sal. I appreciate you. If you want to talk to me on video, please line up so I can get you in the queue, because right now we've got a few people in the queue, and I want to see more of you so we can get you. Ashok,
Yeah, yeah.
where are you
Hi,
from?
Jacob. This is Ashok.
Nice to meet you.
Uh,
Where are you from, and what is your
yeah,
question?
I'm Indian student. I'm from India. Right now, I'm in Irving, Texas. My case was like I had a warrant, so I was arrested. Uh,
You had a
so
warrant. You said you had a
yeah,
warrant. You had a
yeah,
warrant.
warrant because that is like I missed the court date, so that is because of the that's a minor alcohol sale that is under the CU, but I don't know that case facts. Later,
Okay.
I called the court and I asked about my case details and everything. They said they don't file opposite people. They didn't file any case on my name, so they don't have any records on my name.
Okay.
I reached the one criminal lawyer. He also attended the on my name, but later after 1 year he said they didn't file any case on my name, and my case was dismissed, he said.
Okay.
So I asked for the
What is
final
your status? What is your status right now?
F1 OPT, STEM OPT. Right now I'm on STEM OPT.
Oh, I see. So you're one of those guys that had their service revoked on OPT, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So here's the thing. Thanks, Shabbat. Appreciate it, my friend. So here's the thing. The problem is because of your history, what you said, dismissed. They don't care about that it was dismissed. All they see in the system that you had that violation, and it's automatically revoked your OPT. The problem with when you have an OPT revoked, it's more difficult to reinstate it.
Okay.
So in your case, we might have to go to court because I'm doing right now reinstatement for students, but they're still in school. But my OPT ones, we're getting a lot of pushback. The government is not willing to reinstate some of the case I filed. So now I'm going to court. We are filing a TRO, temporary restraining order, to get you back in status. So in your case, we might have to do that. When was your service terminated?
April 4th.
Okay, so not that long ago. We are literally a few weeks ago. Okay, so there's still time to do that.
Yes, yes, I have
But
still.
in your case, I'm telling you, Ashok, I think we might need to do the court thing for you.
Okay. Can I go for
Doing
the
a
court
statement,
litigation?
what is it?
Court litigation, federal. Can I
For
file it?
TRO, temporary restraining order, which does two things. First, it tries to get you back in service, and second of all, it protects you from deportation temporarily. That's the
Oh.
goal.
Okay.
So I think for you, I would like to speak with you one-on-one because I would like to look at your documents and I would like to understand the criminal side. So I'll put the number on the screen again, write it down, and
Okay.
make sure you send me a text right now and say I'm Ashok from the live, and I'll give you priority for the consultation because we want to make sure we get you fast.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay?
Thank
Thanks, Ashok. So I know we have a lot of students who are watching this. We have students on Instagram here. We have students on YouTube. We have students here on Facebook and TikTok. Remember, guys, we're looking at two different angles. If you're still a student and you are taking classes and now they terminated you without notice, I can try to get you reinstated. We can try. But if you're on your OPT and they revoked your student status, it's going to be hard to get you reinstated, and we need to go to court to file the temporary restraining order, TRO, to try to get you reinstated back, but also prevent you from being deported, right? And now we have situations where, I'm in San Diego. We have a bunch of UCSD students that are being, they revoked their visas. So I can group a few students in one lawsuit, and that can also work if you're from the same university, right? So if you're from the same university and you guys are together, let's put together some little groups and we can try to file these lawsuits because you don't want to be without status, okay? And doing this here, right? Okay, guys. So let me get one more person here on on TikTok, and then we'll get back to our usual comments. So right, so we have a video with test ring. Test ring, can you hear me? Hello? Oops. Test ring is gone. We've got Luca. So if you're watching us on TikTok and you want to join the live stream, you can ask me questions on video by joining the video question. Luca?
Yes, hi.
Luca, where are you from and what is your question? And if you have video, activate your video if you can.
All right, sorry. Let me just turn on the camera.
Sure.
Sorry, let's say it won't let me turn on the camera. I don't know why.
No worries. And maybe you have, how many followers do you have?
Like I don't have that much.
That's why. You need to have 500 followers to go live.
Sorry. All right.
No worries. Okay, what is your question?
So I'm from Ethiopia.
Okay.
I came here as an F1 student.
Okay.
What I did on 2022, I think I applied for TPS.
Okay.
And I don't know how things are going. I don't think that TPS will be extended.
It won't be extended. Yeah. It probably won't be extended.
Yeah. So I had a case back home, but I was afraid to ask like asylum and stuff like that.
Okay.
But now, so the TPS is removed. That's the first question I have. And
Yeah, TPS is on hold. You can't renew it right now. So if you had TPS, you won't be able to renew it, most likely.
but I keep as an F1 and I just applied. So am I not? Am I able to?
You're
move
fine.
to F1 visa?
You're fine. If you're able to move to F1, that's what I would do, right? That's what I would do if I were you. I would move your case to F1,
Right.
right? Which is what you did, right?
Yeah. Right now it's not expired. It's still like until December, I believe so. But,
Okay, that's fine. So then switch it to F1 afterwards.
all right.
Okay,
That's the
that's
question.
that's the plan. That's a good plan, guys. If you have TPS, if you have parole, you got to find a different status. You got to find a different status to switch yourself to, because the paroles and the TPS are gone, right? Um, Edith is asking, can you talk about in particular? Can you talk about section 245I? What is 245I? So 245I is an old section of law that allows people that came here without inspection, if they had a petition from a family member or an employer. So, for example, let's say your parents had a petition for an employer before 2000, and that petition didn't go anywhere, but you were included in that petition. Now that you have another way to immigrate, let's say you are able to get a job offer from an employer, you can use that section 245I old petition to protect yourself from leaving the country, right? So it could be an old I-130, it could be an old I-140 from an employer, it could be an old labor certification. It's a very powerful provision because it says if you had that old petition filed for you or a family member, and now you're a child of that family member, you can still qualify under that provision. And it's a very powerful way to help people legalize themselves and stay in the country. All right, let's take a few questions from Instagram. We've got Dancer. DACA recipient was held overnight for public intoxication. Recipient was not driving, so there's no DUI. He went to court with a lawyer, did AA sessions, and judge dropped the charges. Is it possible to renew it? I think it's possible. I believe I had a similar case, kind of a similar scenario. It is very important to document these kind of DACA cases properly. And like I said, it is possible because it's not a proper DUI. Can you give us an update about the travel ban? This is from Abdu. Well, Abdu, there is no travel bans, guys. There's for the moment there are no travel bans. And here's the update. It was a false alarm. And yeah, Izo Donko says, how long does VAWA cases take right now? VAWA cases are taking about 4 years average. They're definitely quite long these days. Jamie on Instagram, can we send you a DM? Yeah, you can send. If you're watching this on Instagram, you can send me a DM. We're definitely taking DMs on Instagram. But if you're watching this on TikTok, use the number in my bio to send me a text right now, and that will allow you to bypass the line and book a consultation with me sooner. Can I expedite my family and immigration case F2B? Can I apply for a student visa while waiting? Absolutely, Marie. You can apply for a student visa while you wait for your F2B, but you cannot expedite the F2B. Good questions on Instagram. They say immigration doesn't come up, so we can't renew because it's in the process. Challenger, send me a DM because your question is not complete. All right. Has been waiting for a while on Instagram, on YouTube. How are you? You come back every week. I appreciate you, my friend. So,
Thank you.
what is the question today? I know you guys have a whole adjustment of status case with the family.
Yes.
Yeah.
So initially, I came in 2023 December on F1 status. Then few
Okay.
months later, my family came over, and then we had applied for the adjustment of status, and
Okay.
we were going through the process. And just few days ago, my family got the I-485 approved while
Oh,
we were
nice.
checking on the status
That's
online.
great. Okay.
However, when checking on my status, it doesn't still show as approved. It still shows the same as it would show before, like biometrics were received. and a week ago, almost a week or so ago, my F1 status was revoked. Actually, I think I forgot to inform the university after I had applied for adjustment of status that I no longer need an F1.
Okay.
So what happened is a week ago they revoked it and terminated it, and
Okay.
right now I still haven't gotten the I-485 approval notice, and my three other members of family have. So yeah.
I wouldn't worry about it, because 45 applications, they don't have to be approved exactly at the same time. You know what I mean? So if there was a problem in your case, you would get an RFE or some kind of notification. So I think you should be fine. I think you should wait. When was their approvals? Your other family members. When did they get their approvals?
Yeah, we saw the approved status online 5 days ago, and we received the notice just like 2 days ago.
Okay, so 5 days ago. So you should wait at least 30 days. Wait 30 days after the approval of your other family members. If you don't get your approval within 30 days, then we can worry and make some other things. Okay?
Yes.
You should be fine right now.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jacob.
So keep me posted. Like I said, come back next week. If there's an issue, let me know.
Thank you.
Yeah, because immigration, they don't really work in organized weather. Wilford has a great question. Is it safe to apply for citizenship under this administration? Is it safe? I think it's very safe. And the reason why it's safe to apply for citizenship is because they're still approving applications. Absolutely. They're approving green cards, they're approving citizenship. In fact, citizenship applications are being approved quite fast right now, 5 months average. In California, we're getting cases approved in 4 months. In the East Coast, we're looking at 6, 7 months. It's still fast because they haven't touched the citizenship application. They haven't done anything to change the way it works or do something about it. So I would, if you qualify for citizenship, you'll be a fool not to do it. If you qualify for citizenship, you need to apply for citizenship right now. And like I said, if you're watching the live stream, use the number on the screen. Send me a text, say, hey, I saw your live stream. I realize I qualify for citizenship or any other visa, and I want to do it now. And you'll get priority to get a consultation with me. And if you're watching this on TikTok, the number is on my bio. Screenshot it. Send me a text right now. Say, Jacob, I see you on the live. Please help me, and I will do so. I will actually get you a priority, and that's the reason why we like to do these lives every Monday, because so many people are trying to get consultations, and they're not able to get a hold of us. I mean, they're able to get a hold of us, but the calendar is full. People have to wait 10 days, 2 weeks. And we're trying to do our best to push people through. But if you're watching this on the live, I will give you a priority. So take advantage of this opportunity right now. All right, let's get Maggie on the live on YouTube. And after that, we have people waiting on TikTok. We've got Marzia, and we've got Zara, and a bunch of people. So join the queue on TikTok, and I'll get you soon. Our cloud challenge. Let's get a challenge done. All right, Maggie, please
Hi,
turn your camera on if you can, and let's get to your question.
I'm driving, so he only allow me to do hand free because
Oh, okay. Well, if
yeah,
you're driving,
so
if
I'm
you're
just
driving,
listening to you while I'm driving.
we don't want to take you at risk. People are listening to us. I know a lot of people who are watching the show that they listen to it on the way from work, because we're doing this at 5 p.m. In California. The West Coast it's back from work, and the East Coast is after dinner. So yeah, I'm happy that you're listening to me on the way from driving. So what is your question?
So my question is, the asylum that you said they close, are they closing all asylum cases or they have specific one they are closing?
Well, here's what happens. They're not closing all asylum cases. What they're doing is they are looking at cases, and then they're deciding which cases they're going to terminate without a hearing. They won't even give you a chance to argue your case. It is happening right now. This
So
is a
what about if we have like a court hearing date for next year? Is it possible they close it too? If you have like they've already given you a date to appear in court, but is
um
yeah.
you know what? I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. We don't know because we haven't seen what they do, but it's possible. It is possible. I hope they're not going to do it. Those of you that already have scheduled hearings, I'm hoping that they're not going to cancel cases just out of the blue. But with this administration, anything is possible. So if you have an asylum case, if you have a hearing, it's a good thing. I mean, I don't believe they'll cancel.
Master hearing. Master hearing.
Yeah, I don't think they'll cancel your master hearing.
So another question: are they still renew work authorization for asylum seeker? Are they still people that they have like asylum case pending? Can they still renew their work authorization?
I mean, they could. I haven't seen anyone that had their work authorization revoked. But I mean, when is your hearing again?
Next year.
Next year. I mean,
Yeah.
anything can happen. To be honest with you, within a year.
Yes, it's
Hope
still
it's not- I hope, I hope, I hope
over 1 year from now.
I hope it's not going to happen to you, but they are canceling asylum cases without notice, just based on the fact that they think that the case wasn't strong enough, right? It is happening. If this happened to you, there are things you can do, obviously. Hopefully it's not going to happen to you, Maggie. Okay?
Mhm.
Right? So let's
So
keep
is
track.
is there still a extension of the 5 years of work authorization that the Biden the order the Biden gave when he was there, like work
Correct.
authorization should be extended for
I
5
don't
years?
think they're renewing them for 5 years anymore, but the ones that had them for 5 years will keep them for
Okay.
sure.
But
Okay?
that's in the work authorization. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Maggie. I appreciate it. So, guys, it is happening, right? Some of these asylum cases are being denied without the opportunity for you guys to have a hearing, unfortunately. All right, let's see. At the citizen interview, they are asking every question in the 9A section. Just a heads up. That's true, Julia. I made a video about this. So that question is that section in the citizenship application talks about, you know, have you been a member of any political parties? Have you, you know, committed any crimes and things like that? Have you claimed to be a citizen on a job application? You know, these kind of questions that they're questioning, they're asking all these questions, and they're being quite intimidating in those interviews. But people are still passing, guys, and interviews for citizenship are going really fast, which means that if you qualify for citizenship, you should apply. 601 approved. Waiting, the visa became available. They can they deny my entry with the visa stamp and the passport? I'm scared to go. I don't think so. If you go to your interview at the embassy and your I-601A is approved and you get your visa and your passport and you're coming back to the country, they're not going to give you trouble. If everything looks good, you should be able to come in because these are people that waited for a long time and you've been vetted by a consul. And yeah, Samuel is asking, how can I join the video? Samuel, there's a link that I just posted right now. Look at that link. Use that link, Samuel, and join the live on YouTube, and I'll get you on when your time comes. Reels is asking, can a DACA get her I-130 expedited in New York? I mean, it's very hard to expedite I-130s, to be honest with you. I mean, you can try. There are different things you can do, but it's not that simple. And TikTok friends, remember we've got the purple cloud challenge. Don't disappoint me. Let's get that challenge accomplished. And thanks for the hearts. You guys are tapping the screen with the hearts. It's amazing. All right, let's see. We've got Charlene. Came here as a tourist. I adjusted to student visa, but I got denied. But eventually, after years, I got a green card via work. My question is, are they going to question my citizenship? So somebody that has a history like yours, where you had the visa denied, then you got the visa, they will probably go through your green card history, but there's nothing there that will prevent them from eventually giving it to you. But they will. So citizenship interviews are getting a little bit more involved right now. They're asking more questions. They're getting more deep, and so as long as you prepare for the interview, you should be good. Let's hop over to our Instagram and see what is happening here. challenger, say immigration doesn't come up, so we can't renew. Let's see. I would like to ask an urgent question. This is Micro Miranda. What is your question, Miranda? Ask it right now. I appreciate you. Gerald is asking, I'm a 245 recipient. My petition was revoked in 2016 for failing to respond to the MVC. I'm now trying to apply for I-140, and I have a master's degree. Can I still use my 245I? I believe that you could, like I said, without even looking at your case. There's no reason why you wouldn't. As long as you haven't left the country, you should still be able to use. But like I said, Joe, if you need help, use the number on the screen, and I'll be more than happy. Abu Dar says, I don't speak English. You said something to me in the live, but I didn't understand. I sent you a DM. Send me a DM. You're watching on Instagram. You can send me a DM. And it's good for you guys to follow me both on Instagram and on YouTube and on TikTok, because on Instagram we do a lot of these live, the stories where I allow people to ask me questions throughout the day. So we do all kind of stuff like that. And on TikTok we do all the other fun stuff too. So it's good to be connected everywhere. All right. Yeah, you can just post the question or send me a DM if you don't. Let's see here. I got a parole in place, now waiting for adjustment of status application filed in October. How much more time? If I got interviewed, which question should I be prepared? Adjustment is based on spouse, 25 years marriage. So I think you probably have less than a year wait, to be honest with you. And the kind of questions they'll ask you, even though you've been married for 25 years, they still need to verify that it's a real marriage. And also, they'll be probably questioning you about how you entered the United States since you came here without inspection. So that is, Anita, the number is here, but I'll put it again for anybody who is interested to send me a text. So if you want to send me a text, you're watching this on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, the number is on the screen. You should text me right now, Anita, or anybody else who's asking. And for you guys on TikTok, if you want to expedite your consultation with me, there is a number in my bio. I can't put it on the screen in TikTok, but it's in my bio. Just go to the bio right now, hover in my bio, click my screenshot it, and send me a text. Say, hey, Jacob, I see you on the live right now. I need to book a consultation. I have questions for you. I need help in my case. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be prioritizing the people on the live. The same thing with you guys. If you are watching this on YouTube, you will be prioritized because you're watching it on the live. All right. Let's see who else is going to join the live. Before we take Khan, we have Marisa. We have Maritza on TikTok who is going to join us live right now. Maritza, how are you? And what is the question? Maritza, I can hear you. Where are you from? And what is your question? Okay.
When I came here, I did like about explain to I'm married, but then
Maritza, I can't hear you. It's very glitchy right now. It's
can you hear me now?
do it again. Say it again.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Oh my God, better. Say everything from the beginning. Say it from the beginning.
I tried to adding my husband in my case, but I'm not sure. Can I add him? When I was applying for asylum, I request to I'm married.
You should be able to add him before the decision is made. Why can't you add him?
How can I add when I was in asylum interview? I explained I'm married.
Okay.
Then now I don't know how can I apply already for I-730, like processing outside the United States, and can I add him in my case so he can receive the green card or?
Well, right now your asylum was already approved, or you're still waiting for the interview?
Yes, my asylum is approved. I already received my green card.
Oh no. So if you already received your green card, you have to file for him as a green card holder, not as an asylee. You understand? You already have a green card. You're a green card holder. They don't care how you got your green card. So now you have to file for him as a green card holder under the F2A category.
Which one? F2 category?
It's called F2A, right? So the way you do it, you have to file for I-130. It's going to take a couple of years for him to come here.
Yeah. Can he do with the tourist visa and come in United States and do?
I mean, where is he from? Which country?
He is originally from Afghanistan, but he has the Norwegian passport.
If he has Norwegian passport, he should be able to come here. No problems.
Yeah, he has the tourist visa.
Yeah, so he can come. No issues.
It's not gonna affect
No.
tourist visa?
It's not going to affect it because he can come and visit as a Norwegian tourist. He can come and visit.
But he can apply. I can apply for him right away.
Correct. Not right away. Not right away because as a green card holder, you have to wait for the visas to become current. It's about 6-7 months wait.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm. And beside of the I-730, I can can I wait for I-730 or no? It's because the USCIS asked about the evidence. I already sent the evidence. Can I still processing I-730
For whom?
for my husband?
Well, like I said, you don't need that. You already have a green card. You're going to have to file an I-130 for him, not I-730.
But it's still in pending.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's pending because it takes forever. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. The best way I can apply for him.
Yeah, just file his I-130. And if you need help, just reach out to me and I'll help you with that.
Sorry, can I ask how much?
What?
How much is approximately ticket cost for me to apply, and you can
Just send me, like I said, use the number on my bio and we'll give you all the information.
I really appreciate it.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Have a good one.
Thank you. So guys, once you become a green card holder, doesn't matter if you applied for asylum to get your green card or through employment. Once you actually have that green card, you're a green card holder. So you apply for your spouse as a green card holder. It doesn't matter that you got it through asylum. So that's why I think in her case, is it safe to travel on green card when it's pending? No criminal history. This is from Augustina. Yeah, it is. It is safe. If you have no criminal history, you're good to go. All right. I think Khan is waiting here, and then we have Sam and Mike also. Khan,
Yes, hi, Jacob. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Is your camera working?
No, sorry, my camera is not working. I'm not in a in a location where I can share the video.
All right, no worries. What is your question?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank you, for the work that you have been doing for the community for so long. I have been following you since 2018 when I was an F1 student,
Oh
and
wow.
since then, I'm a good fan of yours. Of course, during this time, I was able to get my green card. I also got my H1B. So, I stopped. I didn't follow that much of the video, but seeing the situation right now, with everything going crazy, I'm very scared because I have a family over here now. Me and my wife, we are here on a green card. I'm on EB3, employment based green card. My kids, they are citizens, of course. They were born over here, all three of them. So my question is basically, I got the green card during the COVID time. Our interview was scheduled on April 2020, but then they waived off, and then we got the green card on September 2020 without the interview. We are eligible to be a citizen, to apply for the citizenship in June 2020. I guess we can do it 90 days before. So that makes us do in June. Now I had a travel scheduled for our family. We were going for vacation in July to Dubai and to Turkey. But seeing all this crazy things happening to the green card holders, and in fact I have seen certain cases for the US citizens as well. Just wanting to check and also coming back to my background, I actually had some issue with my, when I was a teenager. I used to live in Sharjah in UAE, and
Okay.
during that time I had a an offend in which I actually got a key from my uncle, and then I drove his car, and then I had an accident. I was
Okay.
underage that time. I had to go to to the to jail as well, I would say,
Okay.
for 2 weeks. But then later on, my uncle, he discharged everything, and the case was closed.
Okay.
So this is I'm talking when I was like underage. So that was done. So I wanted to know like if this thing would affect my citizenship, or if this thing would affect if I travel
Well,
outside, I come back.
I'll tell you, it it might impact your citizenship. It depends on. Did you disclose this during your green card application?
No, I didn't disclose that.
So that's where the problem is. See, the problem
Mm-hmm.
is not the actual offense that happened to you back in the day. It's the fact that it wasn't disclosed in your green card application. So now what we need to do is we have to go through your application for a green card to see where it should have been disclosed. Obviously, you
Mm-hmm.
did disclose it. Then I'm going to have to go back and look at what is this crime that we're talking about. Probably consult an attorney who does criminal law in that country,
Mm-hmm.
considering your young age at the time, to see if it could be an impact or not. So we have two issues here. We have the issue of the criminal itself, which
Yeah.
I don't think is going to be a problem, but the problem is that it wasn't disclosed, and
Yeah.
that's where now the administration is going after green card holders that they
Mm-hmm.
find out of these old offenses that were not disclosed in the green card, and they accuse them of fraud on their green card application. So, like I said, so in your case, it's not a black and white situation. It's a situation where I'm going to have to go and look at your green card application, what you said
Yeah.
there. I'm going to have to understand this criminal violation that you have here. In fact,
Yeah.
I have a case right now with a German guy that has a similar
Mm-hmm.
situation. That he was, he was convicted. He was 17 years old,
Yeah.
um, and it was uh, some kind of a theft issue, and then never mentioned it. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're looking at 35 years later, where he's applying for citizenship, and now I'm concerned about the fact that it wasn't disclosed. So we are working on getting the case submitted, and we have all the mitigating factors to explain what happened and all
Yeah.
that. To summarize, in your case, we have to look at the background,
Okay.
understand when it happened to you because you're a younger guy,
Yeah.
and figure out a way how we can present it at your citizenship, so
Mm-hmm.
you won't get you not only detained after the interview, but also preventing your green card from being taken away,
Mm-hmm.
right? So we have to. So that's why I'm saying we have to evaluate this. So just send me a text.
Yeah. I'll do that, but just I have a question on
Yeah,
that. What
yeah.
if, like, the case was taken back and there wasn't showing anything in the system? Would that impact in any way? Like, if it's not showing in the
Well,
system?
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that it doesn't show in the system. The fact is, it happened, right? So
Yeah.
we'll kind of figure out what are we going to do if it comes up. Um, and we also have to look at the fact that it doesn't show in the system. Why doesn't it show in the system? Is it because it was expunged, or it's because of your young age? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
those things we have to look at it and decide how we're going to proceed with your citizenship.
But you would be able to see it in the system, right? To have a
Correct.
background check and okay.
Correct.
Okay,
Exactly.
sounds good. So I'll do
Just
one
reach
thing.
out. Send me I
Yeah, I'll
just
do
put the
that.
number again. Just make sure to say I'm Khan. I'm the green card holder that needs to apply for citizenship, and we'll take care
Yeah.
of it.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you,
Thank
Jacob.
you so much. Like I mentioned to you, it sometimes there are criminal violations that are not an issue for citizenship at all, but people don't disclose it, and that's what the problem is. The problem is that the fact that you don't disclose it is worse than the actual violation. Where we had uh, somebody that had shoplifting incident, right, from their home country, and they didn't mention it on the green card application, and now when they apply for citizenship, now the issue is that, well, are they going to find out? If they do find out, what is going to happen to you, right? So before you decide not to disclose some information, speak with your immigration attorney to understand the consequences of not disclosing, because that's what the issue is, not the crime itself. All right, guys, we've got my kid is I-130 has not been approved for 2 years, and petitioner the petitioner for the interview here. What should we do? If this is a delay for non-compliance and they don't respond to you, you should consider litigation, because this is too long. 2 years for a child is too long. Let's see. Sam has been waiting. Sam, how are you, my friend? Where are you from, and what is your question?
Hello, good evening. I'm from Florida. Me and my wife have I-130 approved. She's been here since she was 16 years old. She
Okay.
came without inspection though. She had a
Are you a
deportation.
citizen? You're a citizen?
I am.
You're a citizen. Okay.
Yeah.
So she came without inspection.
She had a deportation that was dismissed last year.
Okay.
We have an approved I-130, approved 824. We're still pending the 601A.
Okay.
But my question is, because here in Florida, it's very strict with the immigration.
Yeah.
What's the chances in case she gets pulled over? Because she's still, she drives with the out-of-state driver's license. What's the possibility of her getting detained? I mean, we're a little bit scared of everything that's going on, and just wanted to understand what's.
So, even if you're in Florida, and I tell this to people who are living in Florida and Texas, even if you're in Florida, the chances of somebody being detained just because they're undocumented, they're there, but the likelihood is not always that high, because think about it. They need to go after all people that are undocumented, which is impossible, right? So it has to be really bad luck on her side that she will have a flat tire or a bad taillight. The police will stop her. The police will have to be very strict to call immigration. Immigration will come. Do you know what I mean? So it's possible because you're in Florida, but you know what I mean? So I think that it is more like a family discussion where you say, well, what are you going to do to minimize this from happening? Do you really have to drive everywhere? Do you really have to go to these places? You know what I mean? So it should be kind of that way until the 601 is approved, and because if she is detained, they'll detain her, right? And then you have to go to court, and you have to go through the whole process. But who knows? I mean, I think the news definitely make it more than it is. They're not looking for everybody. You know what I mean? I mean, I have clients in Florida, and they tell me, listen, if I don't open the news, life is like normal.
Any other day, right?
We don't see ICE agents in our neighborhood. We don't see. Do you know what I mean? It's you really have to be unlucky. You have to be, kind of in the wrong place in the wrong time. That's kind of how I see it.
And a follow-up question: once the 601A is approved, how long until she gets called for a visa interview in her birth country?
Well, it depends. Where's she from?
Brazil.
Okay, so Brazil right now is not that bad. Brazil right now, from 601 approval, interview scheduling when the dates are available, I would say about maybe 5 months window. So it's not that bad.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so
So
much.
you guys are gonna be fine, and stay safe. Thanks for being part of the conversation.
Thanks so much, Larry.
Thank you, sir. It's people are worried. Like I have a lot of people here. TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, YouTube. People are scared. But remember, guys, it's not as crazy as it seems. It's bad, but they're not like looking for people everywhere. And if you live a normal life, most likely you're not going to be apprehended by ICE. But it is important to be prepared, to be aware of what you can do, and what are your rights in case it happens to you, right? Let's see here. Should I bring my attorney to my initial green card interview adjustment from overstay family based? Sophia is asking on TikTok. I mean, honestly, if you have an attorney, I would have them go with you. Why not? Why would you have to fight explaining your overstay by yourself if you have an attorney? Like we at our law firm, we try to go with all our clients, whether it's in person, by phone. You can represent clients by phone right now. They allow us to do that. And so I help clients in all 50 states, represent them at green card interviews. We appear by phone, and it's been very successful for most cases. If it's a complicated case, then we will fly over and be there in person. So make sure that if you need an attorney, Sophia, yes. And if you need help, you're watching this on TikTok, use my number in the bio to send me a text right now and get your priority consultation with me. Also, guys who are watching this on YouTube and on Instagram and on Facebook, the number is on the screen. It is for you guys to take action right now and book your consultations. Let's take another question from Instagram. On Instagram, Industrial is asking, I need advice from me and my fiance. If you need advice, use the number on the screen, Industrial, and send me a text. Or if you're watching this from Instagram, you can use a DM. Send me a DM. If you're already on Instagram, just use the DM option. Victoria is asking, I've overstayed my B1 visa and applied for VAWA, and it's approved, but I'm outside of the United States. On May, I've scheduled an interview at the US Embassy. Are they going to ask for a waiver for my overstay? They will probably ask for a waiver because you left. So you're going to need a waiver. All right. Lydia is asking for a question. But what is your question, Lydia? I don't see it. All right, let's see. We've got Lydia. We've got Lydia. All right, Lydia. What is your question?
Yeah, so my question is an F1.
Okay.
And my husband filed for asylum and he applied for his work authorization.
Okay.
He applied for me as well and it got approved and got it. But I wanted to maintain my F1 status. So
Okay.
I applied for my OPT and then I got a request from USIS
Okay.
for some evidence.
Okay.
But they sent me 2 forms, but I don't know which evidence they need.
Okay. So since I can't see your forms on the video, why don't you do this? Just send me a text, use my number inside my bio and say, I am Lydia. I saw you on the live. I need help with my request for evidence and I'll help you.
Okay, because I'm seeing like a new G28 additional forms. Like, I don't know what they really need.
So they're probably asking you for additional forms and additional evidence, which is what they want. But we need to know what is the evidence and why they're asking. The only way I can determine that is by looking at your case.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So just send me a text and I'll help you. Appreciate it. All right. Let's take Saim, who's been waiting here on YouTube, and we're almost ready. Saim here on. Saim is not available, so we'll go for Emma. Emma, can you hear me? Hello? Mike,
Yeah, hey, how you doing?
you hear me?
Yeah,
Mike, is your camera working?
no, my camera is not working.
It's not working. All right. Where are you from, Mike? And what is your question?
Um, uh, where I'm from originally, or where I'm calling from?
Both. Tell me both.
I'm from Senegal, and I'm calling you from New York.
Excellent. And what is your
Yeah.
question?
I just want to know I have an interview coming up. They're not detaining at the interview, right?
What kind of interview is that you're having?
Uh, Marriage based in going for I-485, but I do have a
Marriage
one.
case.
Yeah, marriage case, but I do have a one, case history, criminal history dated on 20 years ago.
Okay.
Actually, 2, but 1 felony. But I'm qualified for the 212H. But
Well,
212H is 20 years ago.
well, let me tell you this, Mike. What's happening right now, and it's good for all of you to hear it. He's asking, are they detaining people at green card interviews, right?
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
so they are detaining certain people, right? So it's not like everybody's being detained, but they're detaining people that either have criminal history, kind of like you. They're detaining people that had certain violations, misrepresentation. Now, does it mean that everybody that has a criminal background, they're going to be detained? No. We have to look at your background to understand what exactly it is. Is it something that can trigger a detention and possibly, trigger removal? You know what I mean? So not everybody is being detained, but there are quite a few people that are, and we are trying to understand why it's happening. But from what I've seen, it's old criminal convictions that were not resolved. It's misrepresentation, and it's people that are involved in political demonstrations and anti-government opinions. Those are the most people that are being detained right now at green card interviews based on marriage.
Yeah,
So to answer
marriage.
your question, if you're gonna get detained, I don't
Mhm.
know. I haven't looked at your history. I'm gonna have to look at the old conviction to understand what happened, and so we can.
It was just it was 5 month. It just was 5 month imposed. Before I took the plea, we talked to the immigration lawyer like 20 years ago.
Okay,
It was 5 month imposed, and it was not a violent crime. It was no drug crime. It was just
was it dismissed or it's still
no,
out there?
it's not dismissed. I took a plea, 5 month imposed.
Okay, so what you need to do is
Hmm.
before the green card interview, you
Hmm.
got to speak to the criminal lawyer. We need
Hmm.
to have closure for that old case. Okay,
What?
somehow
Hmm.
you understand. We need to have some kind of closure. Thanks, Rob. I appreciate it.
It's closed already. I have the. I
You
have
have the
the.
proof. You have the proof
Yeah,
that it's
yeah. I have the
okay.
disposition. Yes, I do.
So if your case is closed, then you should be fine. I still think you should go with the lawyer to the interview.
No, no. I have the. I have a lawyer. The
Okay,
kid.
so you
I
should
have
go.
a lawyer. I just
Make
want to
sure
make
make
sure.
sure you go with him to the interview. Is he gonna go with you?
He say if he don't, he can't come. He will send somebody from his law firm.
He has to go, or somebody from his law firm has to go.
Yes.
Lawyer,
Yeah, but
absolutely.
look, Jim, I got another thing for you. Is gonna be a problem if you don't file taxes together, but been married for almost 10 years with
No,
3 kids.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
it's not a problem.
Okay.
The tax is not an issue because they're gonna look at other things that you guys have together.
Hmm.
The
Oh, we
taxes,
have it. We have it. 3 children. We've been
exactly.
together for
So you're fine.
13 years and
Fine. The
married
fact
for.
that you didn't file taxes together is not an issue.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but
Yeah.
make sure you have a lawyer with you on that day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
But Jim, one more thing. Why in front of the judge? My lawyer said in front of the judge. This is a slam dunk case. But USCIS sometimes they use the how you call it. They say is it's not really slam dunk. Is they use the what is it
it's
called? The discretion. Why is
discretion.
that? Somebody else use the book. He
I'll
says the
tell you why.
book. This
I'll tell
yeah.
you why.
He's what?
Because this administration,
Mhm,
they have a lot of discretion. They do whatever they want. You
mhm,
know. So if I were you, I wouldn't
mhm,
be thinking like it's a slam dunk. I would
mhm.
be more cautious. I would come prepared for this interview, and you should be fine.
No,
As
I'm
long as you're
very.
prepared.
I'm not taking the interview like slam dunk. I'm talking about my lawyer.
Yeah,
Say if it was a court, if it was in front of the judge, it's slam dunk, which is
but it's
like
not in front of a judge. It's in
no,
front
it's
of an
not
administrator
exactly. It's
that
USA.
has
I don't understand, but same case. But why some other places slam dunk, but other
because
places not?
because the immigration has different standards. What it says from the courts, immigration they're looking at the behind the conviction. Why did you do it? Is this a person of good moral character? Should he get a green card? You understand?
Hmm.
That's what. But you'll be fine. You go with
Yeah.
the lawyer and you'll
Mhm.
report back here on the live after you pass the interview and let us know what happened.
Exactly. I'm
Okay?
following the second time now. The first time, when Trump first came in, they denied it based on it was not more hardship. They said the hardship was not enough. But after 20 years, after 17, 15 years,
Yeah.
my lawyer said the hardship don't count. Doesn't count enough.
Right.
I mean,
Don't worry. Yeah. Yeah. Your
yeah.
20 years,
So
you don't need that
yeah,
hardship.
exactly. So
Okay.
so hopefully I'll be fine. But I will
I,
come back and let you know.
please let us know. We all want to know what happened.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate what you're doing for the community.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate you every time for taking time to,
Much.
to help us out. Thank you
Thanks,
very
Mike.
much.
Appreciate it.
So most likely, you say I can't. I'm not gonna be. I'm not in the
No,
removal procedure. Nothing.
you're not going to be detained. I don't think you will be.
Thank you so much. I
Thanks,
appreciate
Mike.
you.
Appreciate it. That was great. That was a nice way to end the YouTube live. We're still gonna be live on TikTok for a while if you want to join us here, but on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, we are about to end our live. It's about an hour. We went over the hour today, but it's good. Remember, guys, we're back here every single Monday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you need help with your immigration matters, the number is on the screen. YouTube, s- uh, watch YouTube community, write down the number and send me a text right now. And so you'll be able to get a priority for consultation. Same on Instagram and Facebook. Do it right now. The number is on the screen. And for those of you guys watching this on TikTok, go to the number in my bio, screenshot it, and send me a text right from the live. So we'll be able to schedule you early than anybody else who doesn't watch the live, who didn't take the time to be here with us. And thanks, Rob. I appreciate it. So thanks, guys, on YouTube. We'll be back here next week. Gangoli, Emma, Singh, and Khan. If I didn't get you this time, I'll get you next time. I promise you guys. Many people come back every week. And let's make it a habit. It's a good way to stay informed. It's a good way to, to ask questions and be part of this community. It's a free live. And bring your questions and send me a text. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.